Oh, look at that. I'm all tangled. All right. So I have some good, I'm about to just leave that because I don't know what to do with it. I have some good stuff prepared for you today. I was thinking about something and decided that I'd blast about it because I think it'd be super beneficial for all of you. So I talk a lot about including everything in your plan, right? So you hear me say this if you've watched any of my stuff. And I do have some people that don't get that. So they'll say, oh, well, I could use that in my home, with my home tasks, or I can include this in my plan. And I'm like, hello, like that's what I've been talking about this entire time, is including everything in your life, all the things that are important to you, all the things that you need to get done into your plan, right? There's a reason for this. Hold on, I'm going to share this. If you're live and want to say hi, that'd be awesome. So I'm going to get into the specifics as to why this is really important and why this will really, really help you have a better, more productive, more well-balanced, less stressful life in general. Because it so does exactly that. I know everybody's like, balance, what does that mean? Well, to me, like, okay, you can't separate everything when it comes to the way that you do one thing is the way that you do all things. Hi, Wendy. So nice to see you. Thank you for being here. So, again, back to the way you do one thing is how you do all things. And I truly do believe that. And, you know, I've heard that a million times before, and I heard it again probably about 6 months ago, and it just was like one of those like light bulb moments. And I was like, you know what? That is so right. Because then you think about the things in your life that you put off or make excuses about, and then it just makes it that much easier for you to do that for other parts of your life. So what I wanted to explain is the reason that I say that you should include all of the things in your life into your plan is because I actually made a post about this yesterday and I got a ton of response on it, but it all fits together because the common denominator is you, right? Your family, your personal development or education or diet and exercise, your business, your job, whatever it may be, it all fits together. They all play off of each other. The common denominator is you, right? So if one, I mean, we've all been there. If one thing in our life isn't going properly or we're ignoring something, it's going to affect those other pieces and things are going to be all conjumbled and nobody wants that, right? So you can't just focus solely on one thing and ignore everything else and wonder why things are not happening the way that you want them to happen, or you're not seeing progress in other parts of your life like you are in the one that you're focusing the most on. Well, hello, like you have to give everything your time. And, you know, as I've told you guys before in the past, like it's completely possible to fit everything in if you plan for it and are prepared for your week in that way. So again, back to the fact that all of these things need to be included because they all are part of who you are and the life that you're living and the life that you want to live, like how you want things to be for you. So how you do one thing is how you do all things. And what I mean by this is if you're super productive at work, you can implement those exact same techniques and the things that you use at work at home. You can implement that time and that structuring into making sure that you're meal prepping, that you're making it to the gym, that you're spending time with your family, that you're taking those walks that you want to take. You know, just those things that you think are important, but you need to make the time for them and you need to put them into your plan. Because if you utilize the plan to include all of those things, then it's really going to all kind of snowball into each other, if that makes sense. Like everything's going to feed into one another. And then only then will you see one thing starting to blossom while other things are kind of like, meh. You'll see everything blossoming and everything growing and everything being fantastic because you're working together. all of those things are feeding into each other. And instead of having one really great thing and all these other crappy or like so things, you have a whole plate full of the great things. So all of that energy and all of that enthusiasm that you then have, and all of the progress that's being made, which keeps us confident and keeps us moving forward and keeps us in a great mood, all of that feeds in together, and they're all flowing together, and therefore that's why it's also important. And that's where that how you do one thing is how you do all things comes into play. So one thing that comes up a lot when I talk to people about this is excuses. Now, I just go through and ask questions when people come to me for my help. I ask them questions, and if I hear an excuse in one part of their life, I just kind of make a note or whatever and go back to it. And the thing is if you're quick to make excuses as to why you're not doing something in one area of your life, then I guarantee you, whether you're going to be honest with me or not, please just be honest with yourself. I guarantee you that you're quick to make excuses in the other areas of your life as well. And again, how you do one thing is how you do all things. If it becomes a habit to you to make excuses in one area of your life, like for example, for me, forever, it was always fitness. Like I would make excuses as to why I didn't have time to work out, or why I didn't wake up early enough, or whatever the case may be. What that does is it trains your brain that it's okay to make those excuses in other areas of your life. Because I mean, if it's okay over here, then why the hell isn't it okay over here, right? That's the way our mind works. Without us even putting conscious effort into it, that's the way that our mind works. So you need to remember that when you're including all these things into your schedule. And again, that kind of helps you if you put them in, and you don't have those excuses. But the reason that I say all of it's so important and fits together is because it will flow into that. So the excuses is one thing. Ignoring it is the other thing. If you ignore one part of your life, then it's going to be really easy to let that snowball and you to put off a bunch of other things too. When all that also does is then weigh down on you, and you find yourself feeling really weighed down and stressed out and kind of on edge about everything. And then, as we all know, that just stems into every other part of our life too. Then next thing you know, you're fighting with your mom, your husband, and every person that you come in contact with, and it has nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with the fact that you ignored these things and it blew up, and now it's hanging over your head. So that's another one, like, example. And the reason as to why, it all feeds into each other, and you definitely need to include these areas and pay attention to all these areas of your life. Because, like I said, they all feed off of each other. And when your plan includes everything, then none of them are getting ignored. None of them are getting left behind. None of them are getting, not getting the attention that they need or that you want to give them. So I hope that this makes sense to you guys. I'm going to really quick just recap. I was thinking of the things that I think you should include in your schedule. So I actually have another video I can actually link below here that talks about this. But it is very important that you include any appointments that you have, like set times and set things that you need to be at for certain times during the week when you're planning. Like on Sundays is typically when I plan. I know some people that do it on Friday evenings. But including any appointments or schedule, like set times you need to be somewhere. That could be like your set business hours, things like that. Include any time with your family, appointments with your children. Say you want to have dinner with your parents, or you want to have dinner with your significant other one night a week, whatever it may be, put that down in your plan. This is like brainstorming before you make your schedule. You're going to put down any other obligations that you have, or household tasks that you need to get done. You're going to list those out, things that you wish or that you want to accomplish that week. And then, of course, you're going to put down any work things or business tasks that you want to get done. And then you're able to then fill in the slots of your day with realistic times and see where you have time to do the things that are important to you. So therefore, you can fill that in, or say, you know what, where can I move some things around to make all these things fit in and make sure that I take the time I need, to pay my bills when they come in, or clean my house when I want to, or spend the time on my business, like that kind of thing. So just a recap really of what I mean when I say put everything in. It's everything that's important to you. Everything that needs your time and energy gets written down, and time gets planned for it. Does that make sense? Let me know. I'm going to check over here real quick before I jump off and see if I have any comments that I need to address. I don't know if just that one day it tripped me out or what, but one day there were comments coming through on my personal page and I couldn't see them over here. And I missed them and I felt terrible because I wasn't able to address them live. So, all right. That's what I got for you guys today. That is my explanation to you as to why it's so important to fit everything in and how it all really feeds together and helps you have a more balanced life and fit it all in, which then equals no more of that stress hanging over your head that you're not getting things done or you're ignoring them. So I hope this helps you guys. You can utilize this in every aspect of your life. Please, please, please do this. I guarantee you it will make a big, big difference in your day and how much you get done and how you feel at the end of the day as well. So as always, if you guys have questions or comments, put them below. I will definitely respond to you. And if you haven't already, click this little live subscription button up here so that when I'm live, it lets you know. You can tune in. I try to do these every day to give you guys some life tips and productivity type things to help you along your journey. So again, thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys have an amazing afternoon. Go kick ass and live your life on purpose. I will talk to you later.